Hi everyone! As we close 2024 and we get ready for the next year, it is useful to take a look at beyond and how our listings and our portfolio overall has been performing before we make new decisions for the coming year. As we log in, it is normal to see the dynamic pricing dashboard. I will jump into the Insights dashboard right away. Insights is our business intelligence tool and it will help us understand how a listing have been performing. In here, I want to see what or which listings were my top performers and my lower performers, so to say, so that I can take a closer look to those and learn what went right and what went wrong and plan ahead for the following year differently. As we open Insights, we will see directly our Insights dashboard. It is in here as well. And we will see how we're performing towards that revenue goal that we may have set up at the beginning of the year. We are right now 67% of it. And then what are the trends that we have been experiencing versus last year at the same time this year, or versus the total amount that we had at the end of the year. So this is really impactful. In this case, we have all positive trends. We have increased average daily rates by 8% compared to last year and how we were pacing at the moment. We have increased our occupancy. We are not 29% ahead of pacing, and our revenue per available night, it's about 34 compared to last year total. So in here, we will see the total revenue and how we've been doing month over month. I like to see it on a calendar year, especially when we are analyzing how the year performed in the past until now. It is good to have January until December, and we can, of course, compare what went right and what went wrong. In this case, we're going to focus on this year because it's the pink line, and then last year. We know we outperformed and we did very well in March, and we did, as usual, very well in our higher season. This is more familiar, I would say, to most of us. What I recommend doing at the end of the year as new thing, so to say, is analyzing as well the median booking lead time by check-in date. So we see it in here. We understand now people arriving in March, they book in average by 34 or 38, same time last year. Let's see in total. 34, 38, 32, 38 days ahead of time. So I myself, if I know like I want to increase, because we just saw the graphs, our occupancy in March, I would make sure that by January, I'm already having a strategy in pricing for March. And that way I can make sure that I can keep prices up while I still have that occupancy coming in and like the reservations arriving, right? Same in April. I think because of the holidays in here, the average booking lead time is way higher. So I know that equally, like I will have to have a plan in January for those months. And then the rest of the seasons, we know like in September, we average like almost 3 months ahead of time that people are booking, at least this year. So it is important to always know when the pricing should be really optimized. Beyond will do the heavy lifting, of course, but we will have to review base prices as well as make changes, maybe minimum stays if we've been too restrictive or if we see the opportunity of extending them because we have very good occupancy. So analyzing median booking lead times by check-in date is crucial at the end of the year. I would also say if we are always in the same market, it's not a problem, but if you work with multiple markets and multiple bedroom sizes, these numbers look very different by region and by size. So I would suggest having pre-saved filters and always analyzing the numbers in the different groups of properties by market and bedroom size. It is a good practice, and as you save the filters, you may use them across the platform everywhere. It's really easy to see the differences then and act on them. Another thing I want to show you now, it's part of the Insights Pro offering, but there are a lot of changes we've made that make your analysis easier. Let's jump into it. I just opened our, in this case, Market Insights tab, and we can see the stats of the market as well as the chart. The chart is really useful. I'm going to jump into it in a second. So we analyze first our Insights dashboard. We know how our portfolio has been performing. Now it is time to understand if this is something normal or it's a little bit different from the rest of the market. So understanding how the market has been performing is going to be crucial to make a plan for the following year. I would start by understanding the partner data. This is like beyond connected accounts, and basically understanding if all the people using dynamic pricing have the similar results to what we've been seeing. In this case, actually, we can see the customer was outperforming the market, as well as OTA data on the different channels. So we can see what's the average performance of those property managers in this case, and that's why it's very useful actually to filter always by bedroom size so that we see the reality of the listing comparing apples to apples. We will see as well in here, and this is useful, what's the cancellation policies. Maybe in the last period of time we've been like rather strict or rather moderate, and we see that the market trends have changed. In this case, this is a good indicative for us to reflect whether we want to be more flexible with certain listings in order to improve their occupancy, as well as top amenities. So top amenities is also gonna guide us to understand what do we need to invest in our property in order to increase the likability of getting booked. In this case, Wi-Fi, it didn't change in the last couple of years, but we see that in San Francisco in specific, TV is rather common, as well as heating, kitchen, and parking. So if we have the options to just get a TV for our listings, that's gonna increase the chances of getting booked, especially for those listings that maybe need more attention and a little bit of extra love in order to get booked. We know a little investment can make a whole difference. And yeah, this is also understanding a little bit the supply on the market. Over time, we see supply changes, especially as there are no new restrictions. So it is good to see how our market has been trending to compare and understand if maybe we have now better or stronger competition. If you want to make a full analysis on competitors, I recommend using ComSets. For the end of the year analysis, I would say it's better to keep it in specific on the Insights dashboard or portfolio and compare to market. But we have a specific video for ComSets if you want to learn more about it. I'm gonna right away jump now into the charts. The chart has been added in the last 6 months, I believe, and this is a good way of understanding trends month over month. And we can compare both our data from people using dynamic pricing or the OTA data from everyone aggregated that is using Airbnb, Vrbo, or Booking.com. So in here we see trends year, and we can see as well into the future how the prices are right now. This is gonna help us understand, okay, that was a price 2024. People are feeling very positive about San Francisco rates for next year. Am I aligned with these? The more filters you apply, so the more you filter by bedroom size as well, you will understand if this is like something that you should do for all of your properties, or if maybe the increase year over year is only something that we are seeing for like larger bedroom sizes. So these average posted rates compared to like past and future dates, as well as the occupancy information that we're seeing. Oh, there has to be something. Yeah, this is like future looking. So once again, there is already a 10% occupancy in January. So yeah, we can see more or less how these numbers are pacing and when we can expect, and also set expectations with owners, which is crucial for our following year planning, as we don't want to overpromise like a 80% occupancy in June, July, and August when we know that those months historically have been trending around these metrics. We can see this also on a line chart if you prefer. I know this is the most common one, or with labels, without labels. This is the most common one that we've been using in Insights. I like the bars quite a bit, so I like using this one, but either way it works. In fact, to be able for you to share these expectations with owners in a very easy way, what we launched this year, what Beyond has launched this year, is a new product called Owner Insights. Owner Insights is a great way to create a report for our property or for a safe filter group. So I could say I want to have all my Barcelona 2 bedrooms apartment being part of this report, and it's gonna start loading the information specifically for that filter group. So what we were doing, analyzing in the dashboard, group by group, filter by filter, is going to be super easy if you pre-created them here. So every time you come in here, you basically see the updated information for your listings. As you see, it already loaded the total revenue as well as the adjusted paid occupancy from same time last year and this year. I didn't do much last year, so I'm gonna only leave 2024 for my analysis, and I can sort and organize the information. So on the KPIs side on the right, where the widgets are, I can select whether I want to show everything. Maybe I don't need to show the total revenue. I only want to have those two. You see now adjusted paid occupancy and average daily rate. Or maybe I do want to show it, but I want to show it at the bottom. So I can drag and drop the information that I want to do. And then I can add the comparison to the market. So I see both things at the same spot. I can see my performance and the market performance overlapping. This is really great because it's gonna only load the information for those listings that have the same criteria I applied. In this case, Barcelona 2 bedrooms apartment. Another new thing while it loads is the owner notes. So this, if you want to share it, is great because then you can type in here whatever you want to convey, like whenever you want to tell the owner. But if you just want like a brief summary for yourself and your properties, or like you wanted to just make it easy and be it auto-generated, you can ask the artificial intelligence. In this case, it's called Sage, powered by Beyond. We can ask the machine to write the text and the analysis for us, and it will tell us what's the opportunity ahead and what we did right and wrong, basically, on a brief summary with very easy to digest information. Once I have it, and it already loaded the information of the market in a dotted line, once I have it, I have here even like all of the listings that are included and like year-over-year performance. This is the revenue last year and the same time as today. Today for me is 5th of November. Last year. So how they were doing last year at the same time, end of the year, and the total revenue from this year for this specific apartment, right? Once I have it, I will save it and I can use it in the future, but also I can quickly export it. And it's gonna ask me who is generating the report. My name is Anna. Who is the recipient of the report? It's all of you. So I'm gonna generate it and it's gonna create a PDF document with the results. So I can save it for myself or share it with others. So this is how the report looks like, that I can share directly with people or I can keep for my own interest. I do like to have control over what's happening, so this is actually really nice. And then again, it includes the notes on the artificial intelligence and like what happened, how did it go. It has the trends, main KPIs, in this case, occupancy, daily rates, and total revenue. Remember, you can pick and choose whatever you feel like showing. And it has the graphs, the total revenue. In here, we added the comparison to the market. So it compares how this year was versus same time last year in the market and last year in the market. And we can see the trends as well on a listing level. So it has the KPI by listing on like revenue, ADRs, adjusted occupancy, etc., etc. It's quite a bit of information, but it's really useful for me to understand year-over-year performance and be able to share this with any stakeholder interested. So a brief summary now. We have owner insights that makes everything simple, analyzing this year performance main KPIs versus the market. If you don't like owner insights or you feel like you're more used to use insights yourself, remember to always create the filters and use the dashboard so that you can compare and understand really what's the listing performance. Same as the lead time by bedroom size, that is changing and it will need a little bit of action from our end to capture the reservations. And other than that, you can compare the market data to your performance data using market insights, both the stats and the chart, in order to understand performance. I hope you find this video useful. And as usual, if you have questions, you can always reach out to our team. I hope you enjoyed the end of the year report. It is a wonderful piece of work from our Beyond team. And as usual, you know where to find us. Thank you very much.